Alex here, and today we're going to talk about Holy Paladin, how to play a Holy Paladin, how to talent a Holy Paladin, how to gear a Holy Paladin, how to be a Holy Paladin. Right, first we're going to start off with the talents. Tier 15, we've got Bestow Faith, Light's Hammer, and Creator's Might. Bestow Faith, what it does is it costs really little mana, really. It's literally like half of Holy Light, which is really efficient because Holy Light's already a really efficient heal. After you buff someone, and after 5 seconds, the buff expires and it heals them for 268k, which is just a bit more than Holy Light and Flashlight, which makes it literally like a heal, like an instant heal that costs less mana. It has disadvantages and advantages. Disadvantages, it takes 5 seconds. Advantages, you can put it before a pull or something, and you can, get that like really fast spell. Light's Hammer, it throws a hammer that what it does is heals and does damage. It mostly does damage because as you can see it does 62 holy damage each blast, and it does only 22k healing for 6 allies, but still that's 120k healing per second. I mean per blast, but that is 7 blasts, so that's about 800k heal. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, but 800k is like a holy light crit plus a flash plus a holy light crit, which is not that much really. Considering it's a 1 minute cooldown, it takes 14 seconds to actually get its full duration, and it's got just a 10-yard radius, and it costs 77k mana. That's just bad. It's really bad. Don't ever use it, guys. Crusader's Might, really good talent in questing and bosses like Croesus or Ursoc, maybe. It makes Crusader's Strike, which is your main DPS ability. It just does 190k damage. That's it, really. Doesn't do anything else. Melee range. It just makes your Light of Dawn and Holy Shock do damage faster. It's really good with the burst. If we actually try and burst, we can actually burst for quite high numbers. Let's do it now. See, 1, 2. Let's see. I can get bursts of. Well, that was a pretty lucky 1 million DPS. It's decent burst to be fair. With pre-pots and maybe high crit, you can do way more DPS. It's just good when you do quests, world quests, or when you just level really, or when you just try and actually deal with people. Dueling with Holy Paladin really works well, just because you do a lot of damage and you got a lot of HP and you can really sustain yourself quite well. Uh, Tier 30, you got Cavalier, which makes your Divine Steed have 2 charges. Nothing special, more mobility. Unbreakable Spirit, it reduces the cooldown of your Divine Shield, which is this. Makes you immune, removes any stuns, fears, debuffs, anything. It just makes you immune. It can't be destroyed unless you dispel it with like a priest dispel. I got Rule of Law. And Divine Shield, which is a spell that makes you take reduced damage, 20% for 12 seconds. Like a mini Iron Bark, but and then you got Rule of Law, which is the best one I think. It increases the range of your heals and the reach of mastery. Lightbringer, which is the proximity to you, proximity to your target causes your spells to heal for X amount more, which is X is the amount of mastery you have. This is really handy with spells like Light of Dawn. It makes it longer. I mean, you can't really see it, but it does. As you can see, the Tears of Deliverance is 22 yards with this activated, but without, in a few seconds, it's 15. That's a pretty massive, really, it's a pretty massive buff, isn't it? Because Tears of Deliverance is a really short range spell, and it just makes you do more healing if you haven't got the Beacon of Lightbringer or if the target's not close to you. Simple, it doesn't cost any mana. It's active most of the time, so that's good. Next is Fist of Justice, Repentance, or Blinding Light. All of these are quite useless in raiding environments. Why? Fist of Justice, never gonna. Each judgment reduces the cooldown on your Hammer of Justice by 10 seconds. You're not going to use it that much because you can't really stun a lot of targets and raids unless trash, but it doesn't matter. And yeah, you're never gonna use it. Repentance is a sap, useless. It's a cast sap as well, which is just even worse. It costs mana as well. What's the point? You're not gonna sap anything, and Burning Light is a taken one, just because it's an AOE disorient which can be used on some mobs, and just AOE damage and fights like let's say on Spellblade, yeah, Illuria when she is the phase where she casts the on heroic the arcane phase, which you have to burst the ads. 160k damage AOE on all those ads if you can catch them. I think so. That's still some damage, really. It is some damage compared to nothing. Next is the auras, which are empowered by Aura Mastery, sorry. Devotion aura is it got devotion, sacrifice, and mercy. The devotion aura, what it does is allies within 10 yards take 20% reduced damage, and it's split over the number of allies in the aura. So if you got like 20 players, each player is gonna take 1% reduced damage, which is shit. It's bad. But when it's just you and the tank, it's you're gonna take 10, the tank's gonna take 10. It's good in dungeons sometimes and in PvP just because you got 2, 3 players. Unless battlegrounds, but that's not PvP. It's like a bit of a weird PvP. Aura sacrifices when you're above 75% health. 10% of damage is redirected to you. I mean within 10 yards, which is just it's good just because it's damage reduction. If you got a lot of hots on you, it's gonna reduce the you can actually reduce the damage tanks take as well, which is nice. And it only activates when you're like above 75%, so it's not like a blessing of sacrifice where you're just gonna die if you don't use it right. Aura of Mercy is the most taken one, just because it restores health. Wait a minute, let's see if it's recording. Yes, it is. Sorry. It does for me does 6.7k healing every second. The injured allies within 10 yards. That's about a 20k heal per second, like bonus. That's literally passive 20k HPS, which is nice. It's actually pretty nice to be fair. Um, and it's the most taken talent in this tier, unless you're trying to go for massive HPS. If you go for massive HPS, you want to take Aura Sacrifice, just because when Aura Mastery is active, 50% of the damage of the effective healing you do is redirected, replicated. So literally everyone in the aura gets it. Um, that's really nice. Aura of Mercy, when activated, what it does is heals the allies, everyone, and it does sort of 6.7k does 13k, 13.4k for me. Sorry if I calculate it wrong. I'm just got a lot of stuff going on. And Devotion Aura is just everyone in the Aura Mastery gets it. Next tier is Divine Purpose, Holy Avenger, and Holy Prism. Divine Purpose, literally Light of Dawn, and Holy Shock have a 50% chance to make if you cast Light of Dawn, it's going to be Light of Dawn C. You can cast it again. Free, no mana cost, nothing. And the Holy Shock as well, which didn't crit the song, but you get the point. It's actually becoming more and more taken just because I think HPS demands are becoming a bit lowered. It's because you got higher gear, you got the set bonus, you got quite a lot of heal with Holy Shock being almost guaranteed crit for most high geared Holy Paladins. And nothing else to say really. Doesn't do anything special, it just makes your Holy Shock and Light of Dawn have a chance to get another free cast. Holy Avenger increases the haste by 30% and the Holy Shock healing by 30% for 20 seconds. This is basically like a mini Bloodlust, mini Parries, and mini uh, Time Warp. Um, you may ask yourself why haste, Alex, but you said haste is bad. Wait, I didn't say that yet, but yes, haste is bad. Sorry, that was another video that I made earlier trying to record, but it didn't record, so it's like my third time trying. Um, it increases the haste by 30% on your Holy Shock healing, right? Now, haste is bad, but what it does is reduces the cooldown of your Holy Shock, which is nice, and the Light of Dawn, and Create Strike and Judgment. And we're going to talk about that later with some combos. Holy Prism is bad, it costs too much mana. What it does is if you target on a enemy, the enemy takes damage and the 5 allies get 90k heal, just 450k heal and a bit of damage for 40k mana. It's not bad. It's just that Holy Avenger is so much better. And if you target on the friendly gets healed for 180k, and that does quite a lot of damage, around 700 to I mean 130k to 700 around somewhere. Um, but not that good to be fair. Too high cooldown. And you already got Light of Dawn for AoE, and you just don't need more AoE just because it just doesn't fit the Holy Paladin in Legion. Next is Fervent Martyr, Sanctify Wrath, and Judgment of Light. Now Fervent Martyr is really bad. What it does is when you cast your basic healing spells, Holy Light and Flash of Light, just a faster version of Holy Light. Your next Life of the Martyr will have reduced 50% cost, 16k. Wait, on the Beacon of Light, sorry. Beacon of Light myself, and I cast it. See, 16k to 8k, and I cast it again, it's going to be 3. I cast it again, does it stack more? No. See, it still does damage, which is bad. If it didn't do damage, it would still be bad, but you know, it still be a bit better. Never use this, useless. The mana cost of Light of Martyr is really, really, really low. So, I don't see the point of using this. Also, it doesn't heal the Beacon of Light. If it actually made you take no damage and heal the Beacon of Light, then Sanctified Wrath got nerfed, then maybe, but probably not, but still. Sanctified Wrath is Avenging Wrath lasts longer, 25% longer, and reduces Holy Shock's cooldown by 50%, which is better because if you've got more haste during the Avenging Wrath with Holy Avenger, it will make your haste even better, just because the less you already got, the less you'll have after the 50% reduction. Next is Judgment of Light, which is the second best in this. I'm not sure which one's better. Most, if you look on WoW logs, the top HPS people have the this. It's nice. Uh, Wait a minute. Which it literally what it does is go on a target on a dummy and throw this. It's got a debuff. It's got 40 applications of it, and it heals for 9k each time someone attacks it. Uh, Now this is a basically a 9 plus 4, which is 360k healing for basically free, and it ties in when you cast Judgment. Why it's good is because it ties in with other stuff like Knights of the Silver Hand, which when you Judgment, all damage you take is reduced by 10% for 4 seconds. It ties in with that, so you just don't use it for Judgment. And if you got the Il Terendi Crown Jewel of Silver Moon Legendary Ring, it will make your Judgment increase all healing you do by 20% for 5 seconds, which is nice. So it makes your even better. Your Judgment of Light even more. I mean, casting Judgment even better. So you don't just cast Judgment for nothing, just for damage and a bit of healing. Cast it for a lot of stuff. Next, you got Beacon of Faith, Beacon of Lightbringer, and Beacon of Virtue. Beacon of Faith is it just gives you a second beacon, which you can cast on both tanks most of the time. It does a bit of reduced damage. It usually does 40% heal, but it does 20% reduced damage. I'm not sure if that means each gets 20% or if the 20% is from 40%, but still, it's the best one here. Beacon of Lightbringer is not good just because the rooms are pretty small in Nighthold, and because before in Emerald Nightmare you didn't have the rooms were pretty big and you didn't have that much gear, and you know being able to get the full potential of your mastery was really cool and really good. But now as you can have you have loads of legendaries, you just got loads of gear pieces from everywhere. You got 3 raids and stuff, mythic dungeons, mythic plus. You can do a lot of stuff. Beacon of Virtue is just bad. I'm not even going to talk a lot about it. Literally, you don't have a normal beacon. You cast it on someone, and it gives it to other 3 allies. So it's literally a beacon for 4 people. But it lasts 8 seconds and a 50-second cooldown, so you can basically keep it up for like 60% of the time, 55, something like this. And it's got the same applications. So the heal it will heal 4% of You know, the amount heal it will heal 40% when you heal someone else. It'll heal the other beacon targets, and it will refund mana when you cast Flash of Light and Holy Light, and that's it really. It's just like a beacon that's range. That's I mean not range, but it's got you can apply on more targets. Not that good. Alright, so the kind of build for PvE would be this or this, and you can switch up with Aura of Sacrifice and Mercy and Holy Vengeance and Divine Purpose, but mostly it's this really. Okay. PvP is goes like this. Why? Cavalier is better just because arenas are pretty small. Fist Justice, so you can stun more. Devotion Aura is not a lot of people. And the 20% damage reduction when you cast Aura of Mastery and all of your team is really important. Holy Avenger because it's another cooldown. So in PvP, you don't want to be using all your cooldowns at once. I mean, most of the time you want to cycle through them so you can have them for a lot of situations. Let's say someone jumps on my friend in arena. I use Holy Avenger, then someone pops another cooldown. I use Holy Avenging Graft, then someone pops another cooldown. I use this or a Mastery, then someone pops another cooldown. I use um, Tales Deliverance, and that's what you do. Counter someone's offensive cooldown with your defensive cooldown, and that's it really. On the time, I'm not going to go through them now, just because I don't think it's not going to be that good. But if you want to know, is here you take Divine Favor most of the time. Unless, yeah, most of the time, and if you're going against stuff like Balance Druid or Affliction Warlock or stuff that got dots, you go Defender of the Week. If you haven't got that, just go with him. If him and Vigor is just when you go against classes usually double cleaves that you can run away from, and they can't really pressure you from range. Here I would say most of the time you want to take. I like to go with Divine Vision, but Bound Freedom can be good when you go against someone like a monk or someone that's annoying or like a DK, so you can outpace him. Here, like, if you go against an Assassination Rogue, you take Pure of Heart. Most of the time, you want to take Light's Grace, and sometimes you can take Holy Ritual, but not really usually, just because this is really powerful. It increases the healing damage Holy Light by 100%, which is insane, and also gives a buff that stacks to 3 times. Reduce damage taken by 5 seconds for 8 seconds, 5% for 8 seconds. So that's a 50% reduced damage combined with Devotion Aura. If it's just you, that's 25% reduced damage, which is a bit insane. Next, you want to take Automatic Sacrifice most of the time. Light of Darkest before the Dawn can be good, just because it just adds up. It's like a mini Holy Shark in a way. It stacks to 10 times. That's like, it makes it double. That's like 200k. I mean, in the arena, the numbers are different, but compared to Holy Shock, it will make it almost as a Holy Shock. Yeah, literally like a Holy Shock. Then the last one you want to take Avenging Crusader or Blessed Hands, because Blessed Hands is good because you can do a lot of Blessing of Freedom, so it ties in with Holy Ritual, ties in with Unbound Freedom, and it's just good. But now most people go with Avenging Crusader just because before what it did, I'm not going to talk through them, I'm just going to show you them now, because if you play PvP, I already expect you to know what they do. Avenging Crusader, before it didn't go through absorbs, but now it does, because Disc Priest was so played on the ladder. It kind of made Holy Paladin a bit weak, but now it's actually back uh, back on track to destroying this crease, which is nice. We're gonna go over the gearing. I'm gonna check if it's recording. Yes, it is. I want to go a bit faster just so I don't run out of space on my PC because the videos take a pretty big amount of space. Okay, um, go over gearing. For the head, you want to be taking the head from um, Elisand. Sorry, not Elisand. Oh yes, Elisand. Sorry. Why? I'll say so. No, we're gonna go over the stats first. Is intellect, crit, mastery equals verse, and then haste. Haste is just bad. Don't take it. Crit is just because when you're supposed to be to crit, and because Holy Shock, it's got double crit chance, so that's nice. And more, so 1% crit that means 2% crit. 50% crit means a lot of crit, really. Just because you can crit every time, that's why I won't take it. And just because your spells are made in a way that you kind of don't spam your spells, you kind of cast them slow, but they do a lot of healing. We want to be taking this so you can actually fill your set bonus. Wait a minute. Right, sorry. Yeah, you want what say you want to be taken is the head, and then you take the chest, the hands, which I don't currently have, and the legs. Because the other set bonuses that there are, the other set pieces is haste and mastery back, which you don't want, and the haste and verse shoulder, which you don't want as well. So that's why you want to take the head. The head's the only bad piece in the set, but still it's not as bad just because it's still got crit. But you know, but just a bit of haste doesn't hurt that much really. Alright, for the neck, I just wanted to clear that, I just wanted to clear the set bonus thing. For the hair neck, you want to be taking the Croesus one. It's got more crit than mastery. It's better than the other ones. The Augur one's got haste and verse, bad. Um, and normally it's got verse and mastery, which is alright. If you don't have it, you can take this. Scorpion's got crit and haste, bad. For the shoulders, you want to be taking the botanist ones with more crit than mastery, which is really nice. For the back, you want to be taking the Tichondrius one. It's got crit and verse. Really nice. The other back's got haste and mastery, and this one's got haste and verse, which is bad. For the chest, you want to be taking the Croesus one because it's the set bonus. It's got less crit than mastery, but it's a set bonus, so it's nice and doesn't matter really if it's less crit than mastery. The Gul'dan one's got haste and mastery, which is bad, and the Eluriel one's got haste and verse, which is bad. For the wrist, you want to be taking. I'm not sure. Okay, so this one's got verse and mastery, not good. This one's got crit and mastery. I think this one's the best one. Is the Spellblade L'Oreal wrist, just because it's got crit and mastery. This one's bad, it's got crit and haste, so yeah, you take the Spellblade L'Oreal wrist. For the hands, you want to be taking the Star Augur hands, just because it's a set bonus and it gives verse and mastery. They're not really that good compared to crit. I like to have crit on every piece of gear, but it's still got good stats and it's just good. I got a really bad haste and mastery. I don't know how I got it. I don't know why I have it, but it's a bit of shame for me. Okay, for the waist. I'm not sure what waist you want to be taking, as I got a legendary waist. But as I can see, the Chillax one's got crit and mastery. I'd say you want to go with the Elisande or the Chillax one. Both are fine, suits me. It's got more mastery than crit, and this one's got more crit than verse, and they got a bit different. This is 8 and 4, 800 and 400. Well, this is 500, 700. Doesn't matter that much, to be fair. I'm not sure which one's the best one. They both seem the same. Just go with the one that you want, or the one that you got, or the one that a sim heals more. For the legs, you want to be taking the Gul'dan legs 100% of the time, just because they got a lot of crit and verse, and because they're a part of the set bonus. For the feet, you want to be taking the Chillax feet. They got less crit than verse. Well, these got crit, they got haste, so they're bad. And the Augur ones got haste and mastery, which is bad. So you're just left with the Chillax feet, which are decent, they're good. For the fingers, you want to be taking what main hand offhand, I'm not sure what that exactly is. You want to be taking the Spellblade one, which has got the crit, a lot of crit and mastery, and the where is it? The Tichondrius, sorry, one, just because it's got crit and verse. You could still run with stuff like I'll run with Gravy Ring from Mythic if you have a from Mythic EN, or if you got another ring that's got more, you can use it because rings only got secondary stats. But still, I think because it's a 905 I'm level, you're not gonna get another 905 unless you got a legendary ring like me. Or but otherwise you want to be taking the Spellblade and the Tichondrius rings. For trinkets, now this is weird. I mean, it's not weird, but I'm going to show you the Nighthawk trinkets that are bad. This is bad mastery, just mastery, and it creates a feast that people have to actually go and get it, which is just bad. People are retarded. People don't know about the trinket. Don't rely on people getting it. It just doesn't do that a lot, really. Spellblade has got haste. Just I have it. I mean, I have it in my inventory, but it's bad. It's got haste. It's good for other classes. Really good trinket for other healing classes. Really, really good, but not for Holy Paladin. And you got the Augur one, which is, I'd say you have to get it. It's a intellect one, but what it does is your spells have a chance to increase your mastery, haste, or critical strike. It's basically like a heightened senses, but it gives you a chance to get more. Get different stats one has got intellect as well compared to this one's got first. Then you got this one, which is I have it. It's just pretty bad to be fair. It only gives intellect and it makes the spells restore mana, which is instead of costing mana, which is still if it saves you, let's say Holy Light saves you 30k, still nice because you don't waste the Holy Light and you get 4k, and during that time you regen as well, so it's pretty good for mana. But trinkets, if you could get the trinkets, I would say go for. I really like the brine water from Helia. Gives intellect and another random stat, and I like the Star Augur trinket. Those are the how to get your paladin. Next thing is I'm going to show you the route for your artifact weapon. What you want to be taking first. Want to take Virtues of Light, then the second Sunrise, because Light of Dawn can be cast second time. You go to Shock Treatment, increases the critical strike damage and healing of Holy Shock, 24%, nice. Go this way because you have to take it. You go this way because you have to go to this one to power up Silver Hand. It just reduces the cooldown, doesn't do that much. Increases this one increases the healing by Light of Dawn. This one just increases the healing on my Holy Light and Flashlight, which is nice. And then you get to the power of the Silver Hand, which what it does is Holy Light and Flashlight have a chance to unlock the power of the Silver Hand, increasing the healing of your next Holy Shock by 10% of all. Sorry, by 10% of all damage and effective healing you do within the next 10 seconds. So that means if it procs and you heal for 1,000,000, the next Holy Shock's going to heal for around for 100k. But I don't. I'm not. I'm gonna say don't look at it. Like I actually never look at it just because it's just not really effective to keep your Holy Shock back and wait for this. It's not worth it. Then you want to take the Vindicator and create in fact activating Avenging Wrath increases critical healing by 25 for 10 seconds, which is really nice because already got the shock treatment and it's going to create a lot of times. That's nice. And then you want to be taking the light saves just because it is a golden trait, and what it does is when your beacon target falls below 50% health, next Holy Light or Flashlight will heal for 100% more, which is nice. It's not special, it's actually, I find it to be a pretty bad trait because it's got a 30-second cooldown and it has to be below 50% health. Sometimes it's not, sometimes it's never below 50% health. Then you want to move like this and take the Templar of the Light, which increases the duration of Royal Master by 2 seconds, which is pretty nice considering you got the golden trait here, which we can go over soon. You got the Focus Healing, which lay on hands cooldown 40% faster. I think it should be around 30% if you haven't got a relic like I do. And then you get to the Big Don, the Protection of Tear, which it's really nice. Royal Master increases all the healing you do. All the healing received by everyone by 50%, for 15%, so you can actually use it with a chunk, for example. You're not going to get any that you're going to boost your HPS by quite a lot, but still your guild mate. That's your guild. It's not about the HPS, it's about you winning the fight and helping your other fellow teammates. And after you finish that, I like to take the Justice 3 Sacrifice because Light of Martyr is a really powerful spell. I like to take the Share the Burden and then take the Knight of the Silver Hand last because it's the least useful one. And then you take the other traits. The other trait, sorry. That was it. I'm going to show you how to play Holy Paladin now. See if it's recording. Yes, it's still recording. Let me check for a minute. Okay. I'll show you what spells you have to prioritize when you heal. So most of the time you want to just use Holy Shock and cooldown just because it can trigger infusion of light, because it does a lot of damage and it crits most of the time, so it's going to do a lot of damage. It's instant. It's a pretty efficient heal. You want to be casting that with the infusion, of course, and then you want to be casting Bestow Faith if you take it on cooldown. It's a really efficient heal. So Holy Shark and Bestow Faith should be used almost 100% of the time. Then you want to be casting Light of Dawn. It's not really on cooldown because if your team's at full health and you just use it, you're just gonna waste cooldown mana and healing. Really, it's a really efficient heal. It's 30k mana for 450k healing for me, which is it's a bit more expensive than Holy Light, but it does more than double Holy Light, so it's really nice. And that's it really. And then you just in between, I like to use like a martyr. If it's like really small healing, but if I want to actually heal someone, I can just go with Holy Lights. If it's like a passive, just a tank taking damage, like a phase was just a bit of tank damage, we just use Holy Light. I like to use Holy Martyr, Light of Martyr, just because it's really fast and just increases your HPS. Doesn't punish you with mana that much. So yeah, you just do this, you cast these, and just next thing is chips. Another and this spell's gonna be Tears Deliverers, which count as you can see, it's got a 15-yard range. If you use Rule of Law, it's got a 22-yard range, which is a really important thing. Many people don't actually get this, but like you have to have Rule of Law when you cast this. Just that's how it has to be. Makes it so much more better. And then this time it doesn't. It makes the targets healed by Tears Deliverance take 2% more healing from your Holy Light and Flash of Light for 10 seconds. I wouldn't say you have to prioritize that. It's not that important, but if you want to, you can do it. The next thing that I got is Holy Avenger combined with Avenging Wrath. I'd say you have to use both of them at the same time. See, Holy Shock's on a 3-second cooldown for me with both of them. I just find Holy Avenger quite useless by itself in PvE. If you know. Um, and then Aura Mastery, I'd say you use it. Sometimes you can use it with another healer cooldown. Or I just use it with my Avenging and Holy Event, so I just literally use all three at once. Okay. Next thing is Blessing Sacrifice. Don't be scared to use it. Try and use it if you feel like you have to use it. It's really powerful. You take damage, but if you have to, you can use Divine Shield if you think you're not gonna die. Um, and Lay on Hands, you use it as much as you can, really. If you think mine's 7.7, it's a 7-minute cooldown. So if you think the fight's gonna be longer than the cooldown, try and use it really early so you can have it later on. And that's about it, really. And another thing is for the cloak, I just remembered is you can go to Carazon and get the Maiden of Virtue cloak, which is a Drape of Shame. You have to have it. What it does is increases the healing of it increases the effect of your critical healing by 10%, which is nice. But I'm not sure how it stacks up against a 905 iron level cloak. I think it's still really valuable just because 10% is good. If you can get a really good Titan Forge one, then it's really nice. But I'd say let's say at least 860 would be nice. Next is I just want to well, I don't really have anything else to say that, so see you guys later. If you have any questions about Holy Paladin, just be sure to message me. I'll try and make more better and more scripted maybe guides and less stuttering and stuff. Just because this guide was like random, I just thought I wanted to make a guide on Holy Paladin. Just because not many people actually have guides up on Holy Paladin that I've seen that are actually really good. I'm not a pro Holy Paladin by any means. A90 item level is not big. I haven't really raided in Legion Nighthold to be fair. So yeah, I only have like 2 gold down normal kills. And I haven't got, it's like my progression of heroics is 6 out of 10. I've raided like a week on heroic. Well, I still managed to get some cool pieces of gear, like the chest and the neck. So I guess, and the wrist. So guys, I guess I'll see you later. I can make other uh, task guides if needed, but for like other like DPS guides, I think there's already quite a big it's quite a big community for DPS players. I don't think you have to. I'm not gonna make any DPS guides because I haven't got that many trinkets and I'm not that experienced with the retribution spec. But if you want any, I can make druid guides, warrior guides, DK guides, mage guides, rogue guides, uh, warlock guides, and that's about it so far. And maybe demon hunter guides as well. And okay, let's go over the best slot legendaries. I forgot. Best slot legendary is the obsidian stone boulders, just because 30% of the healing done to you, that means from others, and from like the healing that you do yourself to you, is redirected to your beakers, which is just insane, really. The next one is Chain of Thrain. Avenging just because it increases the healing of Avenging Wrath, it makes you burst really hard. I think it's better than a Chank. To be fair, Avenging Wrath with Holy Avenger and Aura Mastery, I find it to be better than Chank. Many people say, "Oh yeah, Chank's just good," but with Aura Sacrifice and pop everything at once, you can literally heal everyone in like 5 seconds. Okay, and the next one is ill trendy, just because Judgment increases the healing you do, which is a lot. And then there's not really that good part. This is just not a healing thing. It's got really good stats, that's one thing, but it just doesn't have any special healing. This one is, I'm not sure what some of these do, but these are not good. Some of them. Cephus is not good. Agma Stride is not good. Velen's Trinket. I don't really like it. But that was it, guys. Sorry if it was not that detailed and it was really unscripted. But thanks for listening, and I'll see you later.